There we go. Whoa. I always make that one. Good morning. Wow, you're already up. Look at you. You're all chipper looking. Rooster crowing. Good morning. Y'all got your coffee? How are you this morning? Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. I
Happy
am a
Father's Day.
father.
How about that? mm. So, good morning. Today's Father's Day. I don't know the date. It's June something.
17th,
Was that yesterday?
maybe.
That's it. Anyhow, happy Father's Day. We're here. We got coffee. We're live. And if you've never joined us before, this is our, disclaimer apology. We apologize. Um, we just come here to chit chat once a week and have coffee with y'all and talk about life, off-grid life, homesteading life in general, our walk with Christ, our family life, our crisis, the financial life, all of it. That's it.
She always apologizes for me because I'll say something dumb.
Not necessarily. It's Father's Day. I'm supposed to be nice to you.
Just today. I get today.
I'm nice to you every day. I treat him like a king. Y'all don't lie.
Yeah.
Don't lie. I'm gonna mess with my hair, Sherry. Don't get on me. We don't have mirrors in this house but one, and it looks all goofy. Okay, go ahead.
You see mine, right? All this forehead I got going on.
Because you're growing
here.
taller. You're growing out
My
of it.
head is growing taller.
So anyhow, let's talk about this week real quick before we jump into this week's topic. I feel accomplished this week. I'm working 3 jobs right now, y'all. You do what it takes, right, in this life. And praise God, I can do all 3 from home. It's just I'm in front of the screen a lot right now. Yeah. I'd rather not be in front of the screen so much. But I love being home with my family. I can stop, address any concerns. I can stop, fix dinner, fix lunch, whatever. I go outside, take a break. It's a beautiful thing. So I'm not complaining about that. It's been busy. It's busy for me, like my mind is busy. Everybody thinks that when you work from home, it's like, oh, Amber can do it. She works from home. She don't do nothing. But you've been busy this week.
Yeah, but yeah, I have to comment on that because she does so much and she is so multitaskable. If I could say that.
Multitaskable. That's a new one. We're always making up new words. That's a new one.
I mean,
multitaskable. Kathy, hi, sweetheart. She said Happy Father's Day.
Thank you, Kathy.
And tell Brian and Paul.
And Kathy and
Happy
Brian
Father's Day.
Yeah.
Are y'all doing anything today? I know that you've been talking about your garden and everything, and you got a lot of production going on. I didn't know if you guys were going to go see your mom and dad, or if you were going to cook out, or what y'all going to do. We're actually today, we're cooking out. What's so funny?
Yeah, we cooking out.
We celebrated Father's Day. Well, he gets 2 days, actually, this week. Wednesday, because the kids was the only day all the kids had off. And what did we do Wednesday?
We went to the Titanic. And
museum, not the real Titanic at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
You got to clarify.
So, this is Titanic. But, it was, we've been before, and it was nice to go back because, you take in a little bit more each time you go. And
it's one, if y'all ever go to the Pigeon Forge area in East Tennessee, you need to make that one of your stops, the Titanic. Hopefully you don't go during tourist season. I felt a little packed in like sardines. Last time we went, it was off season, and we had the whole place to ourselves.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, they won't make money with lack of customers like the first time that we enjoyed, but it was nice. And they have the man that built this museum, this tourist attraction, he was one of the first or second explorers to ever go down and see the Titanic. So it was really neat to have his story connected to it. And there's a ton of artifacts, and they have this little like phone that you listen to with a voice thing, talking all about the different parts throughout the whole thing. They walk you through the history of the people, their backgrounds, what their status was, how they built it, the building of it. Then you took the tour of the inside, and then the fatality of it, and the rescue. And it was a good experience for all of us.
You get a passenger ticket when you go in,
It
and
tells you your age and a little bit about you, and
yeah, and at the end you find out
if you passed or you lived.
Yeah.
And only me and Ashlyn lived. Everybody else in our group passed away, but
So I hadn't made it twice so far. So.
Third time's the charm, baby.
Yeah.
But anyhow, and then today is our friend Carla's 70th birthday. Thanks. Went and visited Paul yesterday. Brian will grill for us. I'm making Dad one of his favorite breakfasts. What's his favorite breakfast, Kathy? I'm curious. Now I'm hungry. Yeah, I was thinking about getting up and cooking you breakfast. For a moment, I thought about it. It's actually cool enough.
I'm happy to get a cup of coffee.
It's cool enough. We could have cooked on our wood cook stove. I'm not a fan of summer cooking. Cream chip beef on pancakes.
Oh, yeah.
On pancakes, like SOS. Huh. Never thought of having it on pancakes. He probably gave me an idea.
Not sure what SOS means.
I was going to tell him. He's joking. Anyhow.
It's like, help!
You know what it means when it talks about food, right?
I do. I
don't know.
You know.
So, anyhow.
You bring people out the woodwork when you say stupid things like that.
Should I have not said SOS? I thought that's what we called it. It's like our poor man's meal. We did that and creamed peas on toast. That was like, you knew you were high cotton when you had creamed peas on toast. That's how I grew up. But anyhow,
ours was beans and rice.
We weren't a beans and rice kind of family. I grew up as a Yankee.
Yankees don't eat beans or peanuts.
Or rice. We have potatoes. Hush. A bunch of Asian people living down here. They have rice for everything. Is that because of all the rice plantations down south?
That's right.
I get it now.
Indigo.
We only had rice when Mom made chop suey.
It'd been nice if she'd have cooked the rice, eh?
We won't talk about that. But
why is this rice so crunchy?
Yeah, we won't talk about that. Can we move on? So today we have some friends coming over. A young friend of ours. He's actually Gavin's and Ashlyn's age. He's got 2 little boys, and then his friend, and he is coming over, and then my friend Carla. And we're celebrating her 70th birthday, and we're cooking. What are you cooking? You smoked a.
I smoked the
Boston butt.
Boston butt picnic.
And then we're going to picnic. It ain't no picnic. Was it a picnic?
It's gonna be a picnic.
Was it a picnic? It was the part.
Oh.
This joker was expensive.
It's a Boston butt.
So we're doing that and cooking brats and dogs, and I made coleslaw and tomatoes and cucumbers and onions, mac and cheese. The whole works. And I'm hoping to have a good time. And Timmy has a little fire pit out there, so we're going to do s'mores, and just barbecue.
Yeah, I smoked it for about 11 hours.
Yesterday. Are you back on the Boston butt?
Yeah.
He loves talking about barbecue.
It's kind of good.
And that, speaking of, our topic today about building your community and how important it is. When we... and I'm working on a book right now. We're kind of talking about this. The book that I'm working on is a fiction book. First time writing fiction. It's a new adventure for me. I'm struggling just a little bit. I've got to be honest. And the series of books are about the rooster's killing me. These series of books are all about like prepping and homesteading, and then a catastrophe happens.
All the stuff that we're doing.
Yeah, all the stuff that we're doing, and catastrophe. It could be like a kind of world ends catastrophe, and it could be anything. It could be, an alien invasion. It could be a nuclear attack from another country. And it depends on what section of the book you're writing in. And in all of the books, so in all of the series within this publisher, they all create
alien invasion.
Have you seen the news lately? Seriously, they're pushing for that now.
We already have an alien invasion.
Yes, they're occupying the White House. Okay, so anyhow,
I'll stay right here.
I lost it, y'all. Where was I at?
Sorry.
Oh, talking about creating a community. Every single one of the books has to revolve around that. At some point in time where you create. Can we have chicken for dinner too? Where we create, or you create a community, and so I've been thinking a lot about it lately because when we moved here, it was total isolation, and that's how we started having our coffee conversations. Do you want to chime in on that? Well, I got to heat up the coffee.
I'm sorry, did you say something? All I heard was a crow. But yeah, when we moved here, it was well, where we live is just we're in the middle of the woods. We don't have any neighbors. We don't have you know any really contact with anyone unless we leave home and we go to church, and that's kind of like our community. Most of all, the people we've met in church, and um, just a few people around close by. So um,
you don't know what to say, do you?
I don't, and
anyways,
yeah, we're here up on this mountain.
We were isolated, and I was, at first we're like, oh, we got all of our own land. Can't see in our neighbor's window. They can't see in ours. Nobody's in our business. And then it was like, we're all alone. Nobody can come. Nobody knows where we're at. We can't reach anybody. We don't have cell signal. I can't talk to my friends. No one comes over for coffee. It was very isolating, and at times not in a good way. And we moved to an area that we've never been. We don't have any family here. We didn't have any friends here, and it was been tough to create a community. And parts of it's like, oh, we don't need nobody. We can do it all on our own. Can we do it all on our own?
No. I mean, you play it off in your head. It's like,
I can do it all on my own.
But no.
Yeah, that's a fallacy.
It's amazing the feeling you get when people that have lived here for years. They reach out and they they help you out in certain situations, and you're like, man, you
need it. Yeah. You realize you need it.
You saved me.
Well, we did. I mean, after we moved here, and we had some locals reach out. They brought us chicken soup when we were sick. They brought us firewood when we were cold. They lend us a helping hand, and it was absolutely amazing. First, we're like, thank God, thank you, Lord, for bringing these people to us. Thank you. We needed it.
Yeah.
And it's taken us a while, but slowly we're building that community of not just friends and acquaintances, but like-minded people, because nobody can do it all themselves. And that's kind of what these books are about. It's in the situations, kind of like even when we went through the last 3.5 years with COVID, they isolated us on purpose because they knew together we're strong, and isolated we're weak and we're easy to be controlled and manipulated. And it worked. And, even the Bible says, don't fail to assemble. He tells us that we need each other. We need our community. We need our like-minded people. And the government was very successful in isolating us and attacking us individually. And we know how important it is to be around like-minded people, people that will pray for you, people that will help you do a barn raising, people that will help you during harvest season and butchering season, people that'll come over during canning time, or just like, for instance, you haven't been able to garden, people that'll come and help you put your garden in. That's why community is important. So, and you can't do it all yourself. If you think that you could chop all your own wood, haul all your own water, raise all your own animals, make all of your own products, grow all of your own food, and do all of your own mechanics, service your own vehicles, that's great. But realistically, you can't do it all. You've got to rely on somebody for something. And that's where community comes into play. Go ahead.
Just call me a go ahead.
I need coffee. Go ahead.
I don't know what to say after that. I mean, I'm about to cry. Can I have some coffee, please?
I bet you want all that fruit stuff in it too.
Uh,
So Timmy, I would say during the last year you've done something that you've never done before.
What have I done?
You've allowed outside help for people to come and help you do stuff around
Yes,
here.
I have allowed outside help to come here and work and help me and build things, and it's you know.
You had a spring in your step when we did all that.
Yeah, I mean, it got us through a stage where I was
Struggling.
I was struggling. I didn't think I was ever going to get this stuff done, and it's easy to get to that point because I've been there before, and it's when you realize that you're repeating the same things over again.
What are you talking about? When you were building stuff?
When we were trying to um the house that we used to have when we lived in Follies, it was it was kind of pieced together, and then I used to sit there and go, oh man, I'm never going to finish this.
Oh gotcha, yeah, he was a big old baby.
And
I forgot about that.
It haunted me
every night,
a long time.
He was there. Good morning. Oh hey Linda, good morning. Linda, we're just talking about building a community and why it's so important. And Timmy was going on about being in that situation, working on a house where you feel like you're never going to finish it. And he was like, he's been like that here, and he was like that in Polly's. And he'd stomp his feet, and we'd get into it, a little rumble, and he would sit there and go, I'm just gonna die. Y'all can just bury my bones, let this house fall apart. And, he was. I mean, he'd stomp and say, I'm never gonna finish this house. And then he did. And then he sold it. We lived in it for 1 week. And then we're here. And then it's like, wash, rinse, repeat. He's like, I'm never going to finish this place. I don't know why we moved here. But then I said, Timmy, let me hire somebody to help you out.
Yeah.
And it turns out this young man has become a really good friend. He's one of the people that are coming over today for Father's Day. I can't believe Timmy let someone work on his project with him, other than Gavin and family, and it was a wonderful thing. And not everything comes, not everything has a price tag. Some things that you just like, hey, can I help you guys? And it's nice to have that community.
Yeah, I mean it's when you're used to trying to do things all on your own, and I mean
he doesn't have to, y'all. He's anal retentive about how he likes his stuff done. Don't get the impression that we're all sitting here watching TV when he's out working.
I'm not anally anymore.
If I do something and help him, he'll go and redo it after
I don't like that word. I mean,
anal retentive?
Yeah,
it's
a nice
else.
way of saying something else.
About that you're a butthead?
Yeah.
I'll find a different word.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll look that one up. But, so, one of the things, last Sunday, we talked about it. We went to a prepper group, and they were talking about growing food in greenhouses, like a prepper greenhouse is what the topic was called. We didn't really cover that subject that much at all, but it was so nice to sit with people, and it's a prepper group. So they all talk about when it hits the fan case scenarios, about
ready for the big one, man.
Yeah, and they all have a different what they think that big one's going to be. Whether it's going to be the second coming of Christ, or again an invasion from another country, a nuke, EMP, natural disaster, whatever. And it's just nice to talk. What is so funny? You were thinking about Bigfoot, weren't you?
Oh no.
They talk about Bigfoot a lot.
No, I'm not Bigfoot. No.
I forgot. You've got a Bigfoot shirt on. That's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean we get some invasions around here though, but it's
Oh, is that what made you let tickled you?
No.
Is that why you sound? Because that stuff we saw in the sky.
Yeah, they're preparing us.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. We were on the way home from church. Believe me, if you want to or not, it's completely up to you. I don't care. Because a friend of ours has it on video. And unfortunately, the video, I knew what he was seeing because I was seeing the same thing. The video's not clear. Like, you couldn't put on 2020. And everyone go, oh my gosh, there it is. Over our mountain on the way home, it looked like a very unusual lightning strike all in one area, but there was no storm. Everything else was clear as day. And it was over, it was on English Mountain or was it on our mountain?
It was over on English Mountain.
And it was crazy and it was isolated. It was just in the top. And then he saw it on the way home from church because he went to church with us and pulled over to the side of the road
And filmed it, yeah.
and filmed it.
Yeah.
And because he lives on the other part of town, and it was white lights up above the cloud line in a complete circle, 360 circle. And he filmed it for what seemed like almost, well, he was there for 20 minutes, but he got about 5 minutes of footage. So anyhow, that has nothing to do with what we were talking about.
No.
But when I said aliens, it tickled him. Go down that rabbit hole.
Hey, y'all seen Guardians of the Galaxy? You know how it ends up. How Peter Quill got taken up.
Did I not make it good enough, or you got to put an ice cube in it? So anyhow, but it was really nice talking to like-minded people. And for those of you that are looking, it's like, I want to start homesteading, or I want to start farming, or I want to start gardening, and nobody in my family does, or none of my friends do, or where do I find this community? Well, Linda here, that's in the chat group with us, when we were in Pawleys Island, which is a tourist community, beach community, and there is no such thing as FFA there or 4-H. We started a very first chapter of 4-H in that neighborhood, in our little tourist town. And wouldn't you know, through that connection, we started meeting other like-minded people and taking the kids on outings and events that allowed us to communicate and build that community and those connections with people that we otherwise wouldn't do. Same thing, for instance, if you're into hunting, which we wanted to introduce our kids to. There's no hunting around there. So there was the DNR had a program it's called TOMO, Take One, Make One, Take a Hunter, Make a Hunter, where we would take our kids to it and they would learn how to hunt. I mean, of course, we had to drive a far distance, but it was one way to start meeting like-minded people and learning more and getting educated about that. Our prepper group, we found online on Facebook. Just like local, you can start looking up. I hate promoting Facebook, y'all. I'm sorry I'm sitting here doing it, but it really is. It's not going anywhere. You can hate it all you want to. I do. It's a necessary evil in my business, and I would have closed all my Facebook accounts down a long time ago if I wasn't obligated to have social media with what I do. So, but anyhow, it has served me well because we've met wonderful people through our Facebook groups, local groups and meetups and stuff that you can do. Another place, if you're interested in like homesteading, is farmers markets. Go to the farmers market, start talking to people. That's a great way to meet the growers, or if they're not the growers, as a reseller, find out who their growers are and start building your local community. They don't have time to get together and have coffee all the time like we do, but they like to talk to people and share their knowledge.
Okay, what's next?
What do you mean, what's next? What are we going to talk about next?
Yeah.
What you want to talk about, baby?
I don't know.
What you got going on? Oh, my dad and his wife are visiting this week. We haven't seen them since the kids got married. And it's always nice to see them. Sometimes we go 2 years without seeing them, and we don't travel. We can't travel with all of our livestock. And so they come here because they go up to Michigan and go back down, and we're kind of like a drive-through point for them. And what are your plans? What is so funny?
Oh, no, I don't know.
You just tickled.
So what did you say, plans?
What plans do you have this week? What goals do you have?
Plans.
Do you have goals?
Well, we have.
I hope he has goals. I got a lot for him to do.
I got a lot to do, and I'm trying to pace myself and not have that overwhelming sense where I got to hurry and get this done.
Do I make you feel that way?
Sometimes, yeah.
As he woke up this morning, I've got this poster board, like. Well, I'll show you. Hang on. I got a poster board size dry erase board.
It's a black and white thing, and there's a lot of black on it because it's a black Sharpie.
Because I have a section, I've divided in 3 sections, a section with Timmy's to-do list, Lyndon's to-do list, and my to-do list. Yeah. Although I will say this, my to-do list is the longest on that board this morning. Yeah. But Timmy woke up. I said, honey, I updated your to-do list.
Yeah. I'm looking at it right here, which.
So I'll try not to overwhelm you this week, but there's some things
Yeah.
What are your goals though? Because if you say them here, I know they'll get done. Because he has accountability. It's important.
Well,
You're not going to say it now?
my goals,
Yeah.
it's yeah.
What's your goal this week?
Trying to get our swimming pool put in,
Oh, that's a nice goal.
and
Oh, there's going to be, and there's more than that.
um,
Where's that at?
well, it's a matter of figuring out how to put a big giant swimming pool in a little small area.
Oh, yeah. So what I did, I think we talked about compromise a couple of weeks ago. Maybe it was last week. I can't remember. Timmy built our first pool, and it was amazing. He milled the wood. He literally built our first pool, and again, it was amazing. He didn't do it 100% proper, like the wise man built his house upon the rock. This joker built it on the sand, and the rains came coming down and washed this house away. And that's kind of what it did. That whole song that you sang at Sunday school when you were little, that's his pool.
So what I should have done,
but that's okay. We learned the lesson.
A tarp in the back of my truck and fill it up with water. That's what I should have done.
It would have all come out going up the mountain. So I wanted him to rebuild a new one, and I wanted to document it because so many people have asked us how we did it. And I'm like, Timmy, we need to share this with other people because not everybody can buy a pool, and well, not everybody can build one either, but at least it would be out there. And I'm like, that was just how we were doing it. I had my foot set down, and then I picked my foot up and moved it because I knew for months he's like, oh, I got to do that pool. I don't want to do that pool. I got to do it. He goes, you want to buy a pool? Months he's been doing this because he knew that the time was coming that he'd have to do the pool. And so in my head, I'm like, if I don't give in, I'm going to hear him whine the whole time, and it's going to be miserable. So I gave in. And then I said, okay, we'll buy this pool. We'll do that. We'll buy this size pool. And then we got it here, and he took the old pool down. We're all excited. And we realized how deep it was. How deep would it be?
How deep?
You'd have to get on your knees to enjoy it.
No, it was deeper than that.
It was 42 inches, but with the fill line where you could fill it would have been like less than 36 because of the filter and everything. So we took it back. And then he wanted a bigger pool. And then I put my foot down again. I'm like, we can't keep doing this.
Well, in order to get a deeper pool, we had to get a bigger pool.
So, long story short, we got a bigger pool. Compromise, And we have a saltwater system set up, and the pump runs off of our solar because on sunny days we don't run it when it's cloudy and raining. And so therefore it doesn't, use that much electricity. Because during the day, how the solar works, our solar produces more than our battery bank can hold. And so that just dumps, that extra energy just dumps into the ground and rod, and then it's gone. So we produce enough. It evaporates. We produce enough to run the pool pump, which we have a saltwater system. We don't put any chemicals in it. It's a wonderful system. We had it back in Polly's. So the pool that we got this time is, what's the dimension?
10 by 20.
10 by 20. It's almost as big as our house. Well, our house is 14 by 30. But close enough.
In the house.
No, that wouldn't be fun. So, and it's 48 inches, 52.
Yeah, 48 feet deep.
Yeah. So anyway, and you're going to put that in this week?
I'm going to try to put it in. I got to get the ground leveled.
I'm excited.
We will, yeah.
We've had a pool our whole lives, y'all. Our kids have had pools their whole lives. We don't have AC here. It gets very, very hot on the top of this mountain. It gets very humid. There's no wind breeze like there was back at the beach. So we have South Carolina weather without the wind, and it's miserable. And we need to have this respite for us. The only thing I haven't been able to figure out is how we're going to fill it. So last time we did it, we were in rain season. No, I take that back. When he first built it, we were in a drought. We had like this much water in it for months. And then it finally filled up because we connect our gutter off of our house, and he rerouted it to the pool. And that pool held 4,500 gallons?
Yeah.
4,500 gallons. And it took a really long time to fill it because we had 3 months of like no rain. And we finally got it filled, and we were able to swim like 2 or 3 times, and cold hit. And so I'm hoping, I'm praying that that situation won't happen this time, and we'll see. But it's quite interesting to watch it because he has one of these. If you've ever seen a gutter or downspout, it's kind of got like that accordion type fitting that's flexible. He takes that off of our gutters and puts it in there, and it just pours right in and fills it up.
Yeah. It's amazing how much water comes off the roof of this house.
And if someone's thinking, call the fire department, they don't bring water anymore to people here. And they dang sure couldn't even get up our mountain if they tried.
They wouldn't get up here. Not with the way our road is now.
We'd have to helicopter in.
We can barely get up it.
That's true. We got to fix that. So anyhow, we're going to leave this. I wish I had more insightful information about building communities. And if y'all have any questions, leave the comments, about where to meet like-minded people. The first thing that we did was join a church. Well, we went to a lot of churches first before God placed on our heart which one to join. Yeah. And that was where we met a lot of wonderful, like-minded Christians, fellow brothers and sisters in Christ. However, there's not a ton of like-minded homesteaders, off-gridders, preppers, that kind of stuff there. So to find those people, we've had to, visit. We did the farmers market. We started going to groups on Facebook. And there's a lot of events locally, too. Your extension office is a great place. Your county or your state extension office. Ours has a canning class coming up. I thought about going just to start talking to people, talking to like-minded people. And you never know. You could always, even if you know how to can, you could always learn something new or even bring something to the table that they'd appreciate hearing. So that's another way. And if you're into gardening and growing food, join a gardeners club. I joined the Low Country Herb Society back in Pawleys Island, and it changed my life for the better. And it was one of the best decisions I ever made. I mean, that group of people and the relationships and the knowledge that I learned changed our life.
Yeah, it changed our family's life too, because
something so simple as joining an herb society, and it's been amazing. Yeah, because that's why we're doing what we're doing.
Yeah. Timmy's bleeding. Oh, let me get some yarrow and put on that.
That's pretty good.
See?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Because I did do that because he's bleeding, and I got the yarrow and it stopped the blood.
Yeah.
Look it up, y'all. It's pretty interesting. Anyways, we got to get going. We got to go to church. We got a lot to do, and we got to get the barbecue ready. So y'all have an amazing Sunday. Have a blessed day. Happy Father's Day. Thanks for having coffee with us.
Yes, thanks for joining us. And Linda and
Kathy and Chrissy, how are you, Chris? Chris Moran, she's a friend of ours down in Florida. And Chris, I can't remember if you're close to Virginia or not, or if you're close to Sherry, but we've got 3 friends in our group. They're all down there together. Y'all have a good day, and we'll see you guys next Sunday.
Thanks for putting up with me.
Bye.